Hello, hello, my friends. Another dedicated candle review for you today. We're going to be talking about Caramel Sunday's Monkey Business. Now, full disclosure, before we get into this review, I do want to let you guys know that I am a brand ambassador for Caramel Sundays. Basically, what that means, you guys, they operate their program a little bit differently. They do not send PR, they do not do sponsorships, they don't even give me like an affiliate code where I can earn commission. Basically, being a brand ambassador for Caramel Sundays gives me the perk of being able to pre-order some fragrances at a discount, so that way I can share my thoughts with you guys via my social media outlets, which primarily you guys know that I focus here on YouTube. I do a little bit of it over on Instagram, but YouTube is more so my baby. It's more my lane. This is where I like to be. So I did want to put that out there. You guys know, if you've been with me for any length of time, I have been reviewing candles. I've had a channel for almost 4 years. I've been reviewing candles pretty consistently for almost the last 3 years, and I've had brand affiliations, and you guys know I am always going to give it to you straight. I'm going to let you guys know my honest experience, maybe give you some tips and tricks. And yeah, that's where I stand. So Monkey Business is returning in the April restock, which initially it was not slated to return. I do believe that they pulled pineapple meringue in favor of bringing back Monkey Business, because I think a lot of people have been pleasantly surprised by how much they liked this fragrance. Now, the one that I am reviewing in front of you today is a 4-wick vessel, and this is actually even a little bit of a one-off, because they did have some issues with getting their normal wider base 4-wick vessels prior to the, what was this, the March restock. So in March, they kind of had to use a little bit different vessel. And so that's what this Monkey Business is in. I am happy to say that they are returning back to their normal 4-wick. So if you have purchased 4-wick candles from Caramel Sundays in the past, the ones that the little Pyrex lids can fit on, they are returning to that, and that is what the 4-wick fragrances will be offered in going forward. So I wanted to let you guys know. And for this specific restock, which will be in April 2026, just in case you're watching this video later than that, this fragrance is only going to be available in a 2-wick this go around. So their 2-wick vessels are around 18 ounces of wax. I believe that this one here is around 40 ounces, 100% soy wax, non-toxic ingredients. You guys know that's how Caramel Sundays likes to roll. The fragrance notes on Monkey Business are listed as top notes of cream, warm ripe bananas, flaky buttered pastry. Mid notes of sweet vanilla glaze, and base notes are listed as sugar and salt dusted crust. Okay, what is my nose detecting here? First and foremost, you guys, I do love banana fragrances. I am that girl. I like them whether it's in a tropical vibe. I like it when it's like a banana gourmand. I do love banana. So when they previewed this one, when they teased this one back in February that they were going to be putting this in their March lineup, I was like, sign me up. I will get that in a large vessel. I do enjoy this fragrance. It is definitely a like warm banana type of fragrance. It's definitely a gourmand. I think people who appreciate a little bit more of like a dense, buttery, gourmand aspect with their banana. Like, this is not, say for example, this is not, let's see, what fragrance are they having coming up here pretty soon? It's escaping my mind. Oh, Banana Boat, you know, which that one leans a little bit more like sunscreeny type of banana in there. That's not what this is, you guys. This definitely has that pastry note in there. Particularly when I smelled this one on cold, I definitely smelled a lot of banana. But when this one is lit, and you see that nice deep wax pool that I have going on there, when this candle is lit, it really transforms, and that like buttery, flaky crust note comes out. Again, I still smell banana, but this is not, when it is burning, to me, banana is not the most prominent note. This is not like a Laffy Taffy banana or Runts banana. To my nose, it's not, at least. I don't smell this as being a candied banana. This is more of like a creamed banana. It's not quite an overly ripe one that you would use, say, in a banana bread recipe, but it's definitely like a softer banana. It's definitely like perfectly ripe, ready to be creamed. Maybe something that you would put in like a smoothie or something like that. That's like the type of banana note that I'm picking up in here. Again, not overly artificial, even though on cold snip, I'm going to tell you that it does lean a little bit more candied banana on cold, but when this is burning, it's definitely more of like a creamy banana, which is probably those top notes of cream and warm ripe bananas together, right? Here's the thing, you guys, when this one is burning, the longer that it burns, I definitely start to detect more of that like the base notes coming out, or even that last top note that's listed, which is the flaky buttered pastry. I definitely get a denser component to it that would be in the vein of a pastry. I'm thinking like that dense note that I pick up in Kringle Candles Easter Brunch. There's been a couple of other candles that, somehow they nail that like density of like the buttery component. Their lemon pound cake, for example, is definitely authentic to a pound cake. You can smell the density. This is not a light, fluffy type of fragrance. Personally, you guys, I actually really, really love pairing this with their Honey Badger fragrance, which I will have a review on for you guys prior to the restock. I really like this with Honey Badger. I know that my friend Amy loves this fragrance with Huckleberry, which was offered in the March restock. So if you happen to have purchased that one, I hear that that's a fantastic combination. But I am going to tell you guys, because this is such a warm, kind of dense banana gourmand fragrance, for me personally, this is a fragrance that I actually think would be really nice. Like I'm burning it today. It's a little bit overcast. It's not going to rain, but it's just kind of an overcast spring day. This is a fragrance that I like to burn on days like that, where I'm wanting something that evokes a little bit more warmth in my house. But I could actually also see myself reaching for this as almost like a fall transitional type of fragrance. I know that sounds kind of weird to think of like banana traditionally, right? Because banana is kind of like a tropical type. Banana is usually like tropical vibes for me. But when it's in this gourmand format with, again, those dense buttery notes, for me, I feel like this would be a great transitional fragrance towards the end of July, maybe. Again, pairing it with like huckleberry or like a blueberry fragrance. I think that that would be really nice. Or again, if you have Honey Badger, it's a nice kind of like, it makes it a little bit more summery because Honey Badger has some pineapple notes in there. But yeah, overall, you guys, I do really, really enjoy this fragrance. So let's go ahead and talk about the performance of this one. Now, I know that these kind of like narrower 4-wick vessels have gotten some mixed reviews. I think that there have been maybe some wick issues. I think I purchased 3 4-wicks in the March restock: Huckleberry, Monkey Business, and Honey Badger. And my Huckleberry is actually in the quote unquote normal 4-wick format. So really the only 2 vessels I got in 4-wicks that are in this like kind of one-off vessel are Monkey Business and Honey Badger. But so far, you guys, you can see I have very, very healthy wicks going on over here. I have not been burning this in a hurricane today, and you can see that I've got like a really, really nice, deep, dense wax pull going on there. The wicks are doing quite well for me. They're not falling over into the wax pool. Now, I will say, when I initially lit this candle, this is probably just information for any of you guys who maybe purchased this specific format in the last restock. When I did purchase this candle, one of my wicks did not want to get with the program. So on that first burn, it like wasn't staying lit for me. I do think that this one may have been a little bit overfilled. So what I ended up doing was I just kind of soaked up a little bit of that wax and relit it, and it completely pulled out and was totally fine. So I don't know what that was with the first burn, but since then it has not given me any issues at all. These wicks have been perfectly fine for me. Again, that's going to be kind of a moot point because this candle is only going to be offered in the 2-wick for the April restock. Okay, strength and throw on this one. This fragrance, I'm going to go ahead and like give it about, I'm going to give it about a 7, I would say. The funny thing is that when I burn this in my closed concept spaces, which is usually like my bedroom, When I go in there, I actually find this fragrance to be a little bit too much in that one because I really, really smell those like buttery components. Which you guys, if you're familiar with me, I've kind of learned that really deep, dense gourmands are not always my cup of tea. I have to have a denser fragrance profile in the more open concept spaces of my home because I just feel like they fill that area a little bit more. The fragrance, that buttery note, becomes a little bit too concentrated for my nose personally in a closed concept space. So I will say that this particular vessel in my bedroom is just a little bit too much for me. So I like burning it out here in the open concept. But I am going to say it's probably about a 7 for me. I can definitely smell it and I enjoy it out in the open concept. It's not smacking me in the face. But again, when I put it into the closed concept, I don't enjoy the fragrance profile as much because I pick up on that dense buttery note a little bit too much. So this is a fragrance, you guys, that I definitely like it. I thought at first that this was going to be a love for me, but my experience the other day with smelling that like buttery note again after I had been burning it for, it wasn't like it was like the first hour burn. I think it was probably like 4 hours into the burn on it. It was just a little bit too much. But again, I've been burning this one today for goodness, probably about 6 hours now, not in a hurricane, just out in my open concept. And it's beautiful out here right now. I'm not picking up on that. Like, it doesn't feel like it's being overdone. It's noticeable, it's pleasant, it's complementing Honey Badger, which I have going in another room. And then on the opposite side of the house in another bedroom, I am burning Kringle Candles Warm Banana Bread. And it's just a beautiful, like, it just smells so warm and comforting and cozy in my house right now. So I do recommend this fragrance. Again, it's coming back in the 2-wick. So yeah, let me know in the comment section down below if you purchased this one during the last restock. I think banana is one of those fragrance notes that a lot of people are a little bit hesitant about, which I don't blame you. But I would say that I do recommend this fragrance, particularly if you are somebody who likes a good kind of creamy banana, not artificial banana, warm gourmand type of fragrance. I think you will be pleasantly surprised. On the flip side, if you're wanting like tropical, super artificial banana, then this one's probably not going to be for you. So let me know if this one is on your restock wish list. Like I said, this fragrance is going to be available in a 2-wick on Sunday, April 19th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on the Caramel Sundays website. That 2-wick will retail for $31.99. Make sure you're signed up for their early access code. You know, that 2 minutes of early access is really crucial. It helps you get what you want on your list. I do know that they've done a pretty good job of being prepared, I think, for the influx of sales usually. I noticed that things are starting to stay in stock a little bit longer. However, don't rely upon that because there are things that are still selling out quite quickly. And I have a feeling that now that word's gotten out, I think I've seen a couple of favorable reviews on this one. So there might be more interest in this candle than, you know, people may have initially thought. So yeah, make sure you're signed up for that early access. Also make sure that you guys sign up for their rewards program because you can get some percentages off. You know, you can get up to 15% off on your purchases. So hey, any little amount can help. So once again, you guys, let me know in the comment section if you have this one. What has your burn experience been with it? I would be curious to know. I will keep you guys posted as I continue to burn this candle, what my experience is with it. So anyways, you guys, please hit thumbs up if you found this review helpful. Consider subscribing to my channel if you are new. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.